Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to another Knicks Media live stream. And today I want to talk about what has been going on with these New York Knicks this past week or so. To be honest with you guys, I'm excited to break down what the Knicks have been doing. They're on a 4-game winning streak. I was unable to make any videos or any recaps or post games to any of the games over the weekend and last night, because I was busy with a lot of other stuff, but I had to make sure I go live to talk about this 4-game winning streak, talk about what's been going on with this New York Knicks team, man. The New York Knicks Kids are balling out, everybody. RJ Barrett continuing to be an absolute dog, of course. Now he's officially averaging 20 points per game. Immanuel Quickley proving to all those haters that he is indeed a point guard. Obi Toppin playing his best basketball of his career. We got Mitchell Robinson continuing to prove that he needs to be extended. We got Jericho Sims getting big-time minutes. We got Duece McBride getting minutes and playing really good basketball on the defensive side of the ball. Unfortunately, Quentin Grimes is out with a sore knee. So we're going to get into what we are seeing from this Knicks team these past couple of games because, as we all know, guys, we're not making the play-in tournament, unfortunately. We're not making the playoffs, unfortunately. And if you told me that before the season started, I'd be really upset. But if we sit here today, only thing we can say that is a good thing is that the New York Knicks young players are playing good basketball, and they are the future of this team. So shout out to everybody tuning in the chat. We got Ty D tuning in, Kelvin tuning in. Yo, Richie, what's up, my guy? What up, my man? Hey, we got everybody tuning in today. What's good, everybody? Hit that like button. I appreciate everybody tuning in, showing up, all the support. Knickologist at work. Give us that truth, Richie. You already know what's good, Kelvin. We're just getting started here on the Knicks Media live stream. If you guys are not already, make sure you hit that thumbs up button for your boy. I greatly appreciate it. And again, guys, my apologies for the inconsistency of the content here on Knicks Media. I've been trying to balance all my YouTube channels for the past couple of weeks. It's been a struggle, but I'm here live today to talk about what the Knicks have been doing for the past couple of days because it's nothing but good things, man. Not only are we winning some ball games, we're winning some games against really quality opponents. We just beat the Chicago Bulls last night and somehow we're able to shut down DeMar DeRozan. And no, not shut him down meaning him as a player, but shutting him down meaning we gave him an L. DeMar DeRozan was unbelievable last night. He's a mid-range assassin. I mean, you can't even defend DeMar DeRozan at this point. But yeah, guys, welcome into the stream. Let's get right into it. You know, last night, if you want to talk about last night's game first, Julius Randle had one of his worst games of the season. He just was not there. I know a lot of Knicks fans are really getting upset with him. He threw the ball out after the Knicks won the game. You really have to question that. Why is Julius Randle chucking the ball after a W? Are you in it for the team? Are you in it for yourself? You know, that's not really a good look for Julius Randle as a leader on this team for sure. You know, there's no sugarcoating that at all. You want your leader, even if you don't have a good game, go congratulate your teammates that just got the W. But outside of Julius Randle, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. Richie, what's good? What up, my man? Welcome in, man. Frank is out here roasting Julius Randle. I see you, Frank, in the chat. I see you. But let's talk about last night's game, man. RJ Barrett continues to show that he is the New York Knicks. This is his squad. RJ Barrett, his time is now. And I have a feeling that we might not know what RJ Barrett's potential truly is, because this man is doing so many great things for this Knicks team ever since 2022 began. He's now officially averaging 20 points per game. He is doing everything you'd want from a 21-year-old player that we drafted with the 3rd overall pick. You know, there's really nothing else you want from a player in RJ Barrett in year number 3. He is playing winning basketball. He is evolving his playmaking ability. He's playing defense. He is driving to the rim, absorbing contact, finishing at the rim and one. He's actually hitting his free throws now. He's hitting his outside shots. He's experimenting with other shots of creating his own jump shot off the dribble. He's being the guy. And I'm so happy that RJ Barrett is the man of the Knicks right now, because I've been pounding the table for months and months and months, last year even, that RJ needs to be handed the keys to this team in order for him to flourish. And now he is at an extremely high usage rate, which is a great thing. And the only negative you can say about RJ that I see so many people talking about is his efficiency. That's okay. He's 21 years old, everybody. And I'm not saying you, I'm not talking to you guys. I'm saying in general. But, if you want to talk about RJ Barrett's efficiency, yeah, he's not really shooting the ball well from the field. He's like around 41, 42%. But you want him to be a high-volume shooter right now at this point of his career, especially when we're not really, doing anything to make the playoffs. Let RJ Barrett shoot the ball 20, 25 times a game. I'm okay with that. As long as he gets his buckets and he facilitates and he's not being a ball hog, I'm all for RJ Barrett putting up shots at the rim and being aggressive. That's all we want is for RJ Barrett to continue to be aggressive. So, guys, if you're just tuning in, make sure you smash that like button for your boy. I really appreciate all the support here on Knicks Media. It really does mean a lot to the channel, of course. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. Really do appreciate everybody. Now, the next player I want to talk about is this man right here, Immanuel Quickley. Immanuel Quickley over the last 4 games is averaging just under 15 points per game, 4.3 assists, 3.5 rebounds. Everybody was saying we don't have a point guard. We don't have a point guard. Well, yeah, we do. And his name is IQ. Immanuel Quickley is proving to be the future of the squad. Now, will he be the starting point guard for the future? I don't think so. Could that happen? Absolutely. I'm not writing that off. But IQ is the perfect energy booster off the bench. I kind of prefer him being the starter over Alec Burks, even though Alec Burks has been playing really good basketball, including last night, 27 points, back-to-back, clutch shots in the fourth quarter. But what Immanuel Quickley is doing is proving all of his haters wrong once again. We have so many Knicks fans on Twitter always adding these, saying, Richie, this guy's a bum. Why are you so high on him? I don't just throw praise at everybody. When I see a special talent, I know it's a special talent. And even when Immanuel Quickley was struggling in the beginning part of the season, I knew that he's going to turn it around because he has a mindset, he has a confidence to him, and he has a swagger to him that I believe in. And IQ is proving just that. Not only is he a player that is confident and he's a really good player in terms of his offensive ability, but the greatest part about Immanuel Quickley in these past months is his point guard play, guys. It's facilitating. How about that pass last night to Alec Burks in the clutch? Breaking down the defense, absorbing a triple team, finding Alec Burks in the corner for the triple to give the Knicks the victory. Every time Immanuel Quickley's been on the court in this winning streak, the Knicks have been playing great basketball. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Hey, what's good? What's good? What up? What up? What up? Hey, wore my Mitch jersey to class today, as you should, as you should. RJ's finally averaging 20 points per game. Yes, sir. Fabled Apple, the great member on the channel. What's good, Knicks Nation? IQ will be a great player for our future. 100%, 100%. I am so happy to see what Immanuel Quickley is doing. He's a big reason why the New York Knicks are playing great basketball. He's organizing the plays. He is facilitating for others. He's taking, people off the dribble. His dribble moves are getting tight. He can run the pick and roll with Obi Toppin. And that segues into the next topic. Obi Toppin is playing his best basketball of his career. Obi Toppin, when Julius Randle went down with that bruised thigh, Obi Toppin took over as the starting power forward, and he filled in beautifully. Now Julius Randle's back. Obi did not miss a step. Obi Toppin is playing his best basketball of his career. Look at these numbers, guys, in the last 4 games. Obi Toppin, 15 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, 2 assists. He's also shooting around 50% from 3. I think he's made around 8 of his last 19 3-point attempts. That is absolutely tremendous stuff from Obi Toppin. We all know what Obi Toppin brings to the table is energy. He runs the floor hard. He's a high flyer. He's explosive. He can dunk the ball. But the best thing about Obi Toppin in these past couple of games is his confidence from his shot from outside, his ability to take people off the dribble, post people up, do some nice moves, attacking the basket on his own, not relying on other people to set him up, right? That is the great thing about Obi Toppin right now, that Knicks fans need to realize that he is a big piece of this future as well. I see everybody in the chat asking me about Julius Randle. Revis wants to know, did I see the video of Randle? Of course I did. Julius Randle I said it when I started off the show, but that's just inexcusable, man. Why is our leader, a supposed leader, the player that's supposed to be, the guy who is not the guy? It's RJ Barrett. We all know that. He has a bad game, and we win, but he storms off the court and throws the ball. I don't know if that's his own frustration at himself. I don't know if that's frustration at the fans, because obviously there was fans last night that were booing him because he's not playing good. It's just inexcusable at this point. It's just not good to see your star player or supposedly star player just not having good body language, not being a player that is, that players can look up towards. And it sucked. When I first saw that, I was like, wow. Because this weekend, guys, this hurts. I was not able to watch the game on Friday night against the Heat, the game on Saturday against the Pistons, Sunday against the Pistons, and last night's game live. I had to record them all and watch them afterwards. That sucks. Watching Knicks games after they're already live is so hard because, as you guys know, I'm very active on social media, very active on Twitter. I love live tweeting during the games, and I cannot touch my phone, cannot go on Twitter while I was watching it because I didn't want to spoil it. And that's why I was unable to make any post-game videos because I was just really busy over the weekend. But now I want to make sure I go live to talk about what the Knicks have been doing these past couple of games that should give Knicks fans a lot of excitement for the future. Because I'm going to say it again, guys. I understand that it sucks we're not making the play-in tournament. It sucks we're not making the playoffs. We're going from being the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference last year to not even making the damn play-in tournament and being the 11th seed. That is just a joke. That is just really, really upsetting. But if you stay in the present moment and you realize what the Knicks are showing right now, and Alan Hahn said it best last night on the postgame. It was either Alan Hahn or Wally Szczerbiak. You saw what the Phoenix Suns did in the bubble, right? They went 8-0 in the bubble, and they still didn't make the playoffs, but they finished off the season strong. And then all of a sudden, that momentum carried over into the next season. And then the Phoenix Suns have now been one of the best teams in the NBA last year and this year. Now, what we want to see from the Knicks at the end of the season is continuing the development of RJ Barrett. I mean, there's only a couple games left. Immanuel Quickley, Obi Toppin, Mitchell Robinson. Well, hopefully he'll be a long-term solution. We need to extend that man. Jericho Sims is another player I want to talk about. Duece McBride, Quentin Grimes, right? All the young players that the Knicks have drafted in the past couple of seasons are making big-time impactful plays. They're the reasons why we're winning. Of course, the veterans of Alec Burks has been stepping up big time. Evan Fournier deserves credit as well. Evan Fournier, Knicks all-time leader in three-pointers in a season. But the greatest thing about all this, RJ Barrett is the leader of this team. Immanuel Quickley is a player that is proving everybody wrong. Not everybody, but proving a lot of people that he's a damn point guard, baby. He's a point guard. Gideon in the chat. What's good, man? Obi has been electrifying. His jumper's improving and can jump off the gym. Also, he can run the floor. He has a bright future. Absolutely. I'm just hoping that Obi Toppin is allowed to do stuff. The biggest problem is Julius Randle is always ahead of him. He always takes all the minutes away from Obi. And we saw when Randle was hurt and Obi Toppin actually got an opportunity, Obi Toppin took advantage of it, man. He took advantage of his opportunity to show the rest of the league and show Knicks fans and show the Knicks coaching staff, most importantly, what he is. Give RJ the max. That's another big conversation to have. RJ Barrett is going to be eligible for the rookie max contract. And I am so excited for him to get that contract. He better happen. He better get that max contract, baby. He better get that max contract. You love it. We got a hater in the chat. RJ Barrett doesn't get media attention because he's not that good. This man doesn't know ball. He's just a hater. We got a hater in the chat that's just spewing nonsense. You love to hear it. And Revis is about to put him in his place. Steve Nash, just leave. Why are you here? This is a Knicks fan talking to Knicks fans. Going out of your way to hate. Couldn't have said it better myself, Darrell Revis. Couldn't have said it better myself. So there's other players that have been playing really good basketball on this Knicks team as well. You know who that is? I got to add him to the banner real quick because I don't even have him up yet. The steal of the NBA 2021 draft, Jericho Sims, the 58th overall selection. This is a player that is so raw and athletic, that has so much upside, it's ridiculous. He can jump out of the gym, and you can tell how much Tom Thibodeau loves him. The best part about Jericho Sims, in my opinion, is his ability to switch on defense and his lateral quickness, his ability to stay up with players that are not really at his position. He can guard some wings, man. Jericho Sims has so much raw upside, it's ridiculous, and I'm absolutely loving that he's getting minutes over Nerlens Noel and over Taj Gibson. You got to give Tom Thibodeau credit for that. He can protect the rim. He's a big body. He's a high flyer. And I just feel like he's a player that's going to be developed for the long term. He's going to be our new Mitchell Robinson. If you guys remember, we drafted Mitchell Robinson in the second round, and then Mitchell Robinson was just developing over time. Let's hope that Mitchell Robinson is a player that gets extended, because that's the next topic I want to talk about. Mitchell Robinson is in shape, and he got muscle. He's averaging 10 points, 8.3 rebounds, and 3 blocks in the last 4 games on this winning streak. I'm pretty sure he was out for one of the games with a bad back. But what Mitchell Robinson is doing right now is next level stuff, man. His ceiling, like if there's a player comparison to Mitchell Robinson of what he could become, it's Rudy Gobert. That is a perfect player comparison. A player that is absolutely locking down the paint, a rim protector, and a high flyer, efficient as hell when it comes to just shooting the ball, because he doesn't shoot at all. He's just down low, dunking the ball and staying inside. But he's an offensive rebounding machine. Mitchell Robinson is a player that has been attacking the boards relentlessly with no fear at all. And this Knicks team desperately needs a player that can get us second chance opportunities for the long haul. And Mitchell Robinson, he's about to turn 24 years old on Friday. Do you know who else is about to turn 24 years old on Friday? This man. For those guys that don't know, Mitchell Robinson and myself have the same exact birthday. Same year, same date. So I call Mitch my twin. I'm the same height as him. Just kidding. I'm not 7 foot, as you guys can tell. But what I'm trying to say is Mitchell Robinson, turning 24 years old, that man deserves that money. Not from the Pistons, not from the whatever team wants to give him that money. The Knicks got to give him that money. What up, Cully? What up, my man? Welcome into the stream. Appreciate having you, my man. But we got to give Mitchell Robinson that money because he deserves it. He's proving that when he is in shape and when he is healthy, he's a difference maker. And you can't ask for more great things from Mitchell Robinson and what he's been doing for this entire season. Let me know your thoughts, guys, about Mitchell Robinson in the chat. Love to hear what you guys have to say. And if you guys are just tuning in, I see we got just under 40 people tuning in to the stream. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button for your boy. I greatly appreciate everybody tuning in. Talking some New York Knicks basketball. The New York Knicks, they're on a 4-game winning streak. The kids are playing well. The vibes are high. I understand that it sucks that we're not making the play-in tournament, and some Knicks fans are upset that we're winning. We'd rather lose for the draft picks, but this is a great thing because the young kids are playing well for the future. We need to develop an identity with this young team. And that is exactly what's happening. We are developing an identity with the young squad. So I'm going to ask you guys a question. Outside of RJ Barrett, because that's the obvious answer, which player has excited you the most in these recent stretch of games? Outside of RJ Barrett, which player has excited you the most? Is it Obi Toppin getting the opportunity when Randle went down to play really good ball? Is it Immanuel Quickley running the point? Is it Mitchell Robinson dominating the paint? Is it Jericho Sims? Is it Duece McBride showing some energetic moments? Let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear what you guys have to say in the chat. Let's get into the chat. Let's see what you're saying. All right, so we got Obi, Quickley, Obi, IQ a baller. Goes between Obi and IQ, I see. Obi showing his potential for the first decent stretch. We've seen stretches from everyone. This is the first from Obi. Exactly. Great take. Kelvin says, please go smash that like button and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified of great content. Kelvin, I appreciate you helping out the channel. You're the #1 fan of Knicks media, and I appreciate you wholeheartedly. I really do, man. Really, really do. So my answer to the question has to be Obi Toppin as well, because we're finally seeing what happens if you allow Obi Toppin to be the guy at the power forward spot and give him the minutes. He's not only just a player that's going to get fed the ball down low and fed on pick and rolls. He's a player that is the potential through the roof, man. His three-point jump shot is getting confident. He's catching and shooting that thing with rhythm and with confidence. No hesitation. He's taking people off the bounce. His handling, his playmaking. I mean, what game was that when he had like 18, 11, and 6? You know what I mean? Like, usually he's a guy that just feeds off of backdoor cuts and transition buckets. But right now we're seeing what Obi Toppin's potential is in the half-court set. Who's my favorite Knick right now? You know the answer to that. I mean, I've had my favorite Knick since he was drafted, and it's RJ Barrett. I mean, at this point, he's the mainstream favorite Knick out of all Knicks fans. But he's been my guy since the beginning. But now he's everyone's favorite. Outside of RJ, it might. What a hard question, man. It's between Mitchell Robinson and Immanuel Quickley for me. Outside of RJ, of my favorite Knick. Might have to be Immanuel Quickley, but it's hard to give up on my twin Mitch because he's been my guy ever since we drafted him as well. I don't know. I just feel like Immanuel Quickley, for me, is because I've always wanted the Knicks to draft a guard that has playmaking ability, that has shooting ability, that can be a boost of energy, and that's exactly what Immanuel Quickley is. So I'm going to have to go with IQ. Anybody talking about Randle refusing to be taken out by Tibbs? Then he went on to get that tech. Where is the accountability? Yeah, I mean, we talked about Julius Randle to start off the show, Hector, about him throwing the ball after the game. Doesn't make sense. Why would you throw the ball after a W? But listen, there's obviously things not going well with Julius Randle, and the Knicks front office has a lot of interesting decisions to make over this offseason. Do they trade Julius or do they hold on to him? Do they keep Julius and build around him and RJ, or do they move on from him? I just don't know what they're going to do. I honestly have no idea. You know, the funny thing about this is Julius Randle would be a free agent after this season if we did not give him that extension. And at the time, I was happy we gave him that extension because what Julius Randle did last year was special. But this season, it's not the case. And the craziest thing about Julius Randle's season, guys, is if you look at his stats, if you look at the box score, he's not having a bad year. But if you watch the games, that's when you can see there's a problem, right? Body language, the lack of energy, the defensive mislaps, the leadership ability, right? There's more than just statistics in basketball. There's heart, there's passion, there's a will to win that he doesn't really have right now. He had it last year, which is the weirdest thing about all this. Where did it go? Did it just vanish into thin air? I don't know. Really, really interesting stuff. I've been a fan since, oh yeah, same. I've been following RJ since high school. Yeah, so that's the big question, guys. What the hell the Knicks are going to do in the offseason? But it's all right. Let's focus on what the Knicks have been doing these past 4 games and what to look forward to in the future. We're reversing the Hornets again tomorrow night at the Garden. And I'm excited for that. Can the Knicks win 5 straight games? It's crazy that this is the first 4-game winning streak of the season. That's sad. That's a sad thing. Very sad. But if the Knicks finish off the season on a winning streak, I know there's going to be some Knicks fans that are saying this is pointless. There is no reason to be winning ball games. We're not making the playoffs. We need a better pick. But this is all about forming an identity with the young culture on hand, and that's exactly what's happening. Thoughts on McBride? He's been getting more comfortable. I love to see it. That tap pass to Mitch was so clean. I'm pretty sure that was to Jericho. I think it was to Jericho. But you're right. That tap pass was clean. Duece McBride is a really interesting player because he goes from the G League to being like the only good player on the floor and averaging like 30-10 and shooting super efficiently to then when he's in the NBA, he's a little, I don't want to say not aggressive. He doesn't really look for a shot as much, and he doesn't really like having the ball in his hands that much, which is okay. You know, he hit some big-time shots. The game against the Heat, I believe he had a big-time shot in the fourth quarter. He also is playing phenomenal defense. I mean, every time he is on the court, the Knicks are just playing really good defense together. And that's the best thing I love about Duece McBride. He's not a player that's going to pad the stat sheet. He's a player that's going to be just making a big-time impact on the floor for winning. So I feel like his playmaking is only going to get better. His shooting is only going to get better. And his defense, that potential is absolutely scary of what his potential is on the defensive side of the ball. For sure. What up, King Matthews? Welcome into the stream, bro. Duece had like 19 assists in a game in Westchester. Yeah, he's a point guard. He's a point guard. If you allow him to be one, he can be one. And I'm happy that he's actually getting minutes, man. And we can't forget about Quentin Grimes. It's unfortunate that he's battling some injuries. That knee that got really banged up is now sore. So he's been out for the past couple of games. But Quentin Grimes is another player that is shooting the lights out of the ball from downtown. And his defense, you cannot forget about it. Because that's the best part about this Knicks team that I love is we actually have a young nucleus of players that we drafted. RJ Barrett, Mitchell Robinson, Immanuel Quickley, Obi Toppin, Quentin Grimes, Duece McBride, Jericho Sims. Throw in Rokas Jokubaitis. Who knows if he'll be anything in the long-term future. That's crazy. You got to give Walt Perrin some credit because all those players have been through the draft. And all they've been asking for so long as a Knicks fan is, can we please build a team through the draft and extend a player that we draft? And this offseason, we have a chance to do that twice. We need to extend Mitchell Robinson. That's most important. And then give RJ Barrett his rookie contract extension max. He deserves it. IQ forces Duece to play the 2 versus playing point guard. He always goes and gets the ball when Duece is dribbling. Yeah, that's another thing that I noticed. You know, it's hard to play with 2 point guards on the floor together. You know, Derrick Rose and Quickley did that. But Duece and Quickley are that dynamic off the bench. And, you know, Quickley is in year number 2. Duece is in year number 1. He's a rookie. So I can see why this is happening. I can see why Quickley is kind of taking over. Like, this is my team right now. I'm going to run the show, and I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with IQ taking over as the point guard right now. He needs the experience, and he is proving to be a player that is a dog. There's no sugarcoating it. 53 watching, only 25 likes. Please go smash that like button. Everybody, go listen to my guy Kelvin. I appreciate you, Kelvin. You're always helping me out with the likes. Nice glasses. Thanks, man. These glasses are not for me to see well. This is for me to protect my eyes from the screens. Funny story. I went live on my Jets channel for 6 hours during free agency without glasses, and I couldn't see at night. Afterwards, my eyes were in pain. And I'm like, okay, that's it. I got to start wearing my blue light glasses during my streams because I need to protect these eyes. Do we keep AB next season or use him as a trade chip the way he's playing now? I don't think he's going anywhere. Tom Thibodeau absolutely loves him way too much for them to trade him. He's a veteran Swiss Army knife player, had a really bad start to the season, and now he's coming off, right? Now he's really playing well. My problem with Alec Burks is that he's our starting point guard. Like, he should not be a starting point guard. He really shouldn't. That's my only issue. And Kelvin says it right here. I like Burks, just not with the starters. I like Alec Burks as a bench player, not as a starting point guard. That is the issue that I have, right? Would you guys agree? What's your thoughts about AB? Because there's no denying he's having an insane stretch of games recently, especially last night. I mean, last night he had 27 points and was just destroying people. I can't wait to see Rokas play as well. He's a great 2 to stop playing in point guard. Yeah, I agree. Guys, I appreciate all you guys tuning in. I'm sorry that I've not been able to make any recap videos of these games, but I'm happy that I went live right now to recap everything that's been going on. You know, the first game of that road trip against the Charlotte Hornets, that was a big-time W, and then beating the Miami Heat. Bro, that game on Friday night against the Heat was the first time all season where I couldn't watch it. I had it recorded, and I go home and I'm about to start it, and of course I look at my phone, and I see the final score of the Knicks winning. And my first instinct was, damn it, why did I see that? I wish I didn't see that so I could watch it as I just watched for the first time. And then I'm like, the Knicks just beat the Miami Heat? How is that even possible? And I'm watching the whole game, and I'm like, how did the Knicks win this game? They're losing. And then the fourth quarter happens. And Immanuel Quickley takes over the entire game that drops 20 points in the fourth quarter. What? That's not talked about enough. Immanuel Quickley dropped 20 points in the fourth quarter against the defensive juggernaut Miami Heat. I absolutely love that. Woo. All right, guys, so I'm going to finish off the stream here. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Don't forget to smash that like button if you guys enjoyed the show, and comment down below your thoughts of the video and of the stream and of the Knicks winning streak down below after the stream is all wrapped up. We're versus the Charlotte Hornets tomorrow night at the Garden. Let's see what happens next. We got RJ Barrett officially averaging 20 points per game. Immanuel Quickley proven to be a point guard of the future. Mitchell Robinson continuing to dominate the paint. Obi Toppin coming to fruition. It's a great time, man. The kids are playing well. Vibes are high. Knicks fans, you have every single right to be happy right now. I appreciate you guys tuning into the show, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Let's go, Knicks!